today and tomorrow I will be teaching Mahamudra. So there are different levels of Mahamudra, Sutra Mahamudra and Tantra Mahamudra. Within the Sutra Mahamudra there is two levels, Samatha Mindfulness and Vipassana Mahamudra. So I will give explanation on Sutra Mahamudra first, and also very first I will explain Samatha Mahamudra, and we do meditation on Samatha Mahamudra. So Mahamudra is Sanskrit word. Tibetan word is Chagja Chempo. Chagja Chempo. So Maha is Sanskrit word, means great. Tibetan word is Chempo. And Mudra, it means void, voidness. Mu is voidness, and Dra is great. Dra is actually means liberating quality, and also liberating method. So when you experience Mu, the voidness and the ultimate nature of the mind, then it will liberate the mind, and that is why we say Dra, Mudra. Okay? So when your mind is liberated, experience ultimate nature, then that's the great one. There's nothing more great than this one. That's why we call Mahamudra, Chagya Chempo. Okay, so now Mahamudra is the essence of Buddha's teaching, and is essence of the second wheel of Dharma. The Buddha taught three great wheels, what we call Choche Korlo in Tibetan word. Although Buddha himself gave teaching for 46 years, and during that time there was three great teachings happened, sort of very, how should I say, special time, special place, and special congregation, and so on. So the second great Dhamma wheel took place at a place called Rajgir, Vulture's Peak Mountain, and in Magadha Kingdom, northeast of Bodh Gaya. Some of you have been there, and it is a mountain, small mountain, comparing to mountains in Himalayas in Tibet, but it's still a mountain. It's all relative, right? And so there Buddha gave teachings on Prajna Paramita, transcendental wisdom, and ultimate truth. Gave teaching there. It's a small place, and as I said, but it's actually not very small. And interesting thing is that one of my friends said to me, how is it possible all these bodhisattvas, so many bodhisattvas, thousands of bodhisattvas gather in this little place? I have hard time understanding. Where do they sit, And it's actually a pile of rocks and some big hills, right? So according to Sutra talks about 5,000, monks and bodhisattvas and arahats and shravakas and prachekas sit there and many lay people. And it is all possible. Maybe some of those arahats, they levitated, so they don't need a place to sit down and levitate. And Buddha himself levitated, and so on. And also some people say, how is it possible that they can hear the teaching? Like there's so many of them. Buddha was sitting on one rock, and all these people sitting down in the bush somewhere, and how do they hear these teachings? Well, this is a good question, but this is a very unique one, because when the Buddha gave teachings, and the Buddha's speech has very unique qualities. We call it 60 melodies, 60 different kinds of qualities. One of the quality is that people can hear the same volume. Doesn't matter where they are, sitting right in front of the Buddha, or 10 miles or 5 miles down the road somewhere in the valley, they can hear it. So you don't have to jam the croak, get closer, like crowded, pushing, like they do today in many places that we have to do, right? Because there's so many people. So, and even here we have lots of people today. And because of quality, special, unique quality of Buddha's enlightened speech, so the volume is always same, doesn't matter where they are. That's one unique quality. The other quality is that Buddha was speaking in Sanskrit, but automatically it translates into different languages, simultaneous translation. So when we do Samatha Mahamudra meditation, the subject of the meditation is the mind. The object of the meditation is the mind. We say mind to mind. Okay. So you can actually start with breathing meditation. It will be good. First, we sit and say, do mindfulness breathing for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. You sit and relax your body and focus your mind on the breath and cultivate satipatthana, mindfulness, and particularly mindfulness of breathing. Anapanasati. The Pali word is anapanasati. The Sanskrit word is pranasati. Prana, breathing, mindfulness, breathing. Right? So you breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and out, and always focus your mind on the breath. And as you breathe in, and your abdomen, to know or to feel, your abdomen is rising. As you breathe out, your abdomen is falling and rising and falling, to know and feel the sensation of rising and falling of your abdomen. And like abdomen is like a balloon, when you're blowing, it's rising, then it's falling, rising. So focus your mind on the abdomen. This is a very good method, and you're shifting your mind from down to the abdomen. Right? It is very relaxing, and it's very grounding. Yeah, you focus down to abdomen. It's like it's a little bit like Qigong practice, right? You focus your mind on Dantian. Okay, so this is very important because this is the kind of the center of the body, center of the body. All the energy comes from the Qi and abdomen. So you focus mind there, breathe in and out. So you relax your body and relaxing your mind. And then you focus the mind on mind. This time, as I said, object is the mind, subject is mind. So this is in some ways very pleasing and sounds like simple, right? Well, that sounds good. My mind is a subject, my mind is object. I meditate on my mind. I got only one mind. So I know my mind, and I can do that, and maybe I can get enlightened very quickly. Simple. You think it's simple, right? Well, I think simple. And you don't need so much, right? Just the mind. And in a way, like it's not like you're trying to gathering something, trying to focus your mind on an object, some elaborate object, like a refuge tree, trying to figure out so many details and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and colors and shapes and lights and this, syllables, letters, mandalas and this and that. And very detailed, right? Very beautiful, very holy, but it's not simple, right? And but my focusing my mind on my mind is simple. I know my mind, so easy, piece of cake. And and you think, and then you find out, oh, my mind is not simple. Oh, my mind is really difficult mind. And why is that? Why is my mind is so complicated? Or why is my mind is so busy? And why is my mind is so hyper? Or why my mind is so complicated? Or black and white? Whatever, whatever. Slowly you find out your mind is not so simple. And slowly you find out meditating on mind, using the mind as a subject, using the mind as an object is not simple at all. And I'm a little nervous now, and a little scary, and trying to finding out more and more about my mind. Maybe I should do something else. Now you're almost like trying to get away and do something else. Maybe I should grab my mala. Where's my mala? I should do mantras, or maybe to go back to the visualization, or maybe go back to the breath. Just focus mind on the breath. Maybe I should do qigong, or maybe I should do hatha yoga, or maybe I should do the famous mindfulness meditation. These days, mindfulness is very famous, right? And now you're trying to run away from your meditation on Mahamudra. You don't want to meditate on the mind. And so it's a little kind of unsettled, like this happens. So this can happen. I'm not saying it happens for everybody. It shouldn't happen. And some people, it doesn't really happen. And they're quite comfortable to meditate, mind as the object and subject both, right? So I should say a little bit about mind now before going to meditation, mind. So what is mind anyway? What is mind? And in Buddhism we talk lots about mind, right? And what is mind, and where is mind, and what is the definition of mind? Where does this mind come from? And where does this mind go, right? So we have many different terms in Tibetan Buddhism. Mind is generally speaking we call sem. Sem, S-E-M or S-E-E-M, sem, or lo, or rigpa. There are many words, about 7 or 8 different words. But the common one is sem, rigpa, and lo. Okay, sem is the mind. The rigpa means knower, and this knower, the nature of the mind is knowing things. Or lo is kind of like I don't know how to translate literally lo. It's more like my heart or mind. Something is closely connected with your chest, closely connected with your heart. We say lo. Okay. So according Pramanavartika Buddhist philosophy, the definition of mind is Tibetan word is Salshing Ripa. Salshing Ripa. Salshing means clear. Ripa means knower. Clear and knower. That's the definition of mind. So if you have mind, and then you have some clarity, and you have some knowledge, you know, right? So as long as you are a sentient being or living being, you have Sakshin Rigpa, you have clear and knower. All human beings have, animals have, the birds have, insects also have. They know where they're going, they know what they should do in terms of survival, food, and building nests, and protecting from predators, and so on and so forth. They know very well, and they're very organized, like bees and so on. So they have clear mind in a way. Sakshin Rigpa, they also know where they go, and so on. So, but human beings are very different. We are much more, we usually say advanced mind, and psychological mind, and philosophical mind. Sakshin Rigpa. So this is nature of the mind. And now, then, but mind is consciousness, right? The English word mind or consciousness. Tibetan word is Shipa Rigpa. So mind is always mind. The mind can't transform into something else, like material things and solid material things. Mind always stays as a mind, and from beginningless time, and no beginning and no end. Always keep moving, and then in this life, and it's always mind, and then it goes on next life when your body is exhausted, the body is tired, body is old, body is falling apart, and get too old, and the elements, chi, everything run out, and it's always, everything has a limit, right? Everything has a limit, how long it will survive. As we get older and older, then it will be exhausted and expires. And the famous Indian philosopher, J. Krishnamurti said when he was dying, he said, "I'm expired." And you probably read about J. Krishnamurti, right? And so that is really the right term. I think that's the right term, where expire, the body expires. Mind doesn't expire. And but mind go through so much challenges, like because of karma and habits of the mind and mental defilements, and then you have a positive mind, negative mind, and so many kinds of minds. We have 6 primary mind, we have 51 secondary minds. So when you explore about mind is very interesting, not just one mind. In classical Buddhist texts, Pramana Vatika Pramana is one, and then Abhidharma, another text. These are books all about mind. So in the Buddhist tradition, in the monasteries in Tibet and Burma, or now they call Myanmar, and the monks study philosophy for years and years, and debating, day and night, debating, until you receive your degree, Geshe degree, or you decided no more debating anymore. I had enough debating now. And you could debate the rest of your life, you never finished. And you can debate for 24 hours for 60, 70, 80 years still, never resolved. And that's it. I'm going to go to meditate, do retreat. So that's what many monks do. And they don't want to become a geshe or get the degree, like what you call a doctorate degree or PhD. My guru, Japjitu Rinpoche, said, you don't need to become geshe now, enough. So I was a bit puzzled first. And then I said, oh, okay, that's good advice. Now he means that I should do retreat instead of studying all the time. Enough studying. And so we have 6 primary mind and 51 secondary mind. So much about mind. So mind is very complicated. And then there's also karma and the conditions of the mind, environment, all this. So then these things, these things so makes the mind different ways, and like positive and negative mind. And then we have mental conditions and defilements, and goes round and round. the Kunjung Demba. Kunjung is a Tibetan word, means the cause of everything. Kunjung. Kun means everything. Jung means everything comes from. Where does everything come? From the mind. My own mind. My own happiness comes from my mind. My own suffering comes from my mind. My liberation comes from my mind. My realization comes from my mind. So this is why it's important to meditate on Mahamudra. So Mahamudra meditation is important because it goes right to the root, into the root. It's like our mind is like a plants, right? We have different plants. We have good plants. Most plants are good. Like trees are beautiful. They're good trees. They all have medicinal properties and they're useful for us. And the plants like bushes, shrubs, and and then some of them with so-called weeds. Weed, and I think depends on where these weeds are. But sometimes they're not really weeds, and they all have reason why they are there. But it can be weed because when they're invading certain territories, and then your garden. And then if you want English garden, then a lot of things are weeds. And everything has to be very, or Japanese garden, and whatever. And then a lot of these plants could be weed because you don't want them, right? But otherwise, they're not really weeds for me. Like, and they just grow. We live together, harmonious, and have a symbiotic relations with each other, plants and insects and so forth. As you know, I don't need to talk about this. Some of you might be a botanist, and you might have a PhD, doctorate degree, being botanist, right? And anyway, so mind is like this, like kind of like a weeds, invasive, and delusions cause kind of problems, right? And for peace and the sanity and quietness and realization. So this is why we need to trim or cut these weeds. And not only cutting or trimming, actually cutting and trimming doesn't work, as you know. It makes worse, it grows more. So you have to pull out the root of the weeds. And when I was in Australia, I went to one of those big hardware store. I saw this thing called Grandpa Weed Puller. This long stick with a little thing at the bottom. I said, I should get this one. Take it back to BC. And then a friend of mine said, no, we have this one in hardware stores in Canada, Canadian Tires. And no, I haven't seen one like this one. This is very unique Aussie Grandpa Bush wheat puller. So I got one. And anyway, so you need to pull out the root of the weed, otherwise you keep growing. Like that, we have to pull out the root of our negative mind, root of our suffering, root of our mental defilements, right? Otherwise, just keep only temporary solution, right? Doing few things here and there. So the Mahamudra practice is the method of pulling the weed, kind of the weed from the root. Okay. So first we do Samatha Mahamudra meditation, as I said. Samatha means calm, abiding mind. Okay. So we do meditation, we sit, and then very first thing is what we do is resting the mind in a natural state, resting the mind. So I wish we can all do. Let's try. We should try resting mind in natural state. So what we do is when we do the resting the mind in natural state, we don't have particular goal at this point, and we don't have particular aim other than resting your mind in a natural way, natural state right now. So what we do is we don't go to the past, we don't go to the future, we don't analyze, we don't elaborate, and just simply resting the mind. Here, be here. So you keep your body and mind together. Resting the mind. But resting mind does not mean you taking like some sort of like a little power nap, you know. Like, oh, okay. Oh, that was nice. Power nap. It's not like a power nap. And or sort of, you know, okay, it's kind of spaced out, you know. Sit there, or whatever. Not like that. So you have to sit straight, and you have to keep your mind as the subject of the meditation, and keep your mind as the object of the meditation. But just be here, right here and now, resting. Just stay quiet. So basically means stay your mind, stay quiet. So not very active, stay here. Resting mind in natural state or natural way. Okay? So let's do this meditation now. Resting the mind in natural state. Be here.